Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another How to Fight, and this time it is Kensei. He's probably one of the guys that are messed up in my tier list, and I gotta be honest about it. Now, in hindsight, I would place Kensei in the S tier list. He's got a lot of potential, and he's got a lot of mix-up. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the basics and how to fight Kensei, and yeah, before I start, I just want to say that this is a basic guide on how to fight Kensei. It is from a dual point, so a 1v1 position. I can't go through every little detail. This is just a basic guide, so keep that in mind. So yeah, without further ado, let's go right into the video. Now, the first thing that I want to start with is Kensei has a lot of mix-up potentials. He can mix up from basically any move from like a heavy into a light attack, from a light attack into a heavy, from a zone attack into a top light into a top heavy, and so on. You know, he can also go into his unblockable, and yeah. So there's a lot of things to consider when fighting a Kensei. You know, it sounds a bit cheesy when I say it, but you know, I'm gonna say it anyways. Don't try to parry Kensei too much. You should turtle up a bit more when you're fighting a Kensei, because the reason is, if you try and parry every last one of his attacks, you're probably gonna get feinted and you're probably gonna get hit. You know, you could also be guard broken by him thrown up against the wall, and then he goes for the top unblockable. Does a fuck ton of damage. You know, yeah, that's something you don't want to get hit by. His mix-ups make him a very hard to read character, so it's basically like fighting a berserker nowadays. They will feint, they will soft feint a lot, and yeah, so that's why I'm saying don't try and parry every last one of his attacks. If you try, you're probably gonna regret it, and you're probably gonna get hit. So the second thing that I want to talk about is the Pummel Strike. One of the things that I see many people struggling with, even though it's pretty easy to counter, you know, if you know what you're looking for. The Pummel Strike is basically kind of an opener for, you know, for Kensei to open up a turtle. It guarantees, but it also doesn't guarantee a light attack. So what I mean by that is, so if your guard is on the left side when you get hit by the Pummel Strike and he hits your left guard, that's going to be blocked. But if he instead goes for a top light while your guard is on the left side, that's going to be a free hit. But the way I counter Pummel Strike is as follows. Now, the first couple of frames of a Pummel Strike, when he initiates the attack, it looks like it's going to be a heavy. So that is actually what I'm looking for. If I see that coming, I'm already preparing it, either for a Pummel Strike or for a heavy. So what I like to do is I like to dodge back. And most of the time, a Kensei is going to use a light attack, because that is guaranteed, you know. So you can afterwards, when you dodge that one, you can easily parry the light attack and go for a heavy attack. Now, one thing to keep in mind is, actually two things to keep in mind when you're dodging a Pummel Strike is, when you dodge a Pummel Strike multiple times, a good Kensei is going to read that, and he's going to feint the Pummel Strike, and he's gonna go for a guard break. So that could end up really badly for you. So you gotta watch out for that, you know. So the second thing is, after you dodged, he can also throw a heavy. It doesn't have to be a light attack, it can also be a heavy. So at the beginning when I did it, and the Kensei on the other side noticed that I figured it out, you know, he would throw a heavy attack. So that kind of got me out of balance, and it got me hit, does quite a bit of damage. So yeah, you gotta keep that in mind, you know. Yeah, but if you keep that in mind, and if you dodge out of the way and you parry the light attack, you get a huge amount of damage for that. The third thing that I want to talk about is a side dodge attack. You know, if you just throw out attacks without thinking about it, he's just going to use the side dodge attack, and he's going to hit you with that. Also, the side dodge attack is not dodgeable by you. So if he goes for a side dodge attack, either block it, or either you're going to block it or you're going to parry it. There's no other way. You simply cannot dodge that one. One of the most important things when I'm fighting a Kensei is that I always keep my guard on the top. The reason for that is Kensei has a very fast top light attack. What Kenseis usually like to do is they like to poke at you, you know, with the top light attacks to get some of that little damage in there, you know. So that's why I'm suggesting to keep your guard on top and just to expect a light attack. Another thing to watch out is his zone attack. The initial startup on the zone attack is really fast. I think it's somewhere around like 400 ms or something like that. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's like 400 milliseconds. Yeah, that thing is really fast, and so when he uses his zone attack, it's going to be on your right side. So you gotta move your guard from the top to the right side so you won't get hit. These are some of the essential things that I'm using, and I keeping my guard on the top, and I'm also ready to move my guard to the right side so I can block the zone. The last thing that I want to mention is that Kensei has an unblockable. That unblockable does a shit ton of damage, so you gotta be aware. You can also cancel the unblockable and go into a light or into a heavy attack from that, or you can just go straight for a guard break. Like I said, this is going to be a basic guide. There's nothing advanced in here. This is just to help out beginners and maybe some of the advanced players that had some problems with Kensei. In any case, if I helped any of you guys, I'm really happy about it. If I missed anything, I'm really sorry about that, but I just can't cover everything. If you guys have any suggestions, please leave them down in the comment section below. And as always, if you guys liked the video, please leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and I'll see you guys in my next video.